បាទជំរាបសួរបងប្អូនជាកសិករថ្ងៃនេះថ្ងៃទី5ខែ7ឆ្នាំ2020បាទថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំចង់បង្ហាញក៏ដូចជាជំរាបជូនដល់បងប្អូនជាកសិករតាក់ទងអំពីទឹកអនុភាពដែលខ្ញុំតែងតែជំរាបជូនដល់បងប្អូនជាកសិករដែលជាអ្នកដាំទុរេននិងជាអ្នកដាំដំណាំផ្សេងបាទថ្ងៃនេះគឺខ្ញុំចង់ជំរាបជូនដល់បងបាទដែលជាម្ចាស់ទទួលបានកម្មសិទ្ធិផ្ដាច់មុខនៅតំបន់អាស៊ីយើងនេះបាទអញ្ចឹងហើយទឹកអនុភាពនេះខ្ញុំបានទទួលយកមកតាមរយៈក្រុមហ៊ុនរបស់បងម្នាក់គឺជាក្រុមហ៊ុនហ្នឹងគាត់ឈ្មោះក្រុមហ៊ុនពេញសេងហើយដែលបងគាត់ជាម្ចាស់ទទួលសិទ្ធិផ្ដាច់មុខនៅអាស៊ីយើងនេះមែនទេអញ្ចឹងគាត់គាត់នឹងមានវត្តមាននៅទីនេះជាមួយនឹងខ្ញុំបាទដើម្បីសាកសួរនិងបន្តសួរអំពីប្រវត្តិជាមួយនឹងទឹកអនុភាពដែលខ្ញុំបានប្រើប្រាស់ទៅលើដំណាំទុរេនរហូតដល់បច្ចុប្បន្នបាទអញ្ចឹងគាត់នឹងមានវត្តមាននៅនេះគឺគាត់បងច័ន្ទរិទ្ធបាទបងច័ន្ទរិទ្ធបាទអញ្ជើញ
អូខេ
បាទជំរាបសួរបងច័ន្ទរិទ្ធបាទ
អូខេជំរាបសួរបងប្អូនប្រជាកសិករយើងអស់គ្នាបាទខ្ញុំបាទឈ្មោះច័ន្ទរិទ្ធតំណាងក្រុមហ៊ុនពេញសេង Dr. Water ដែលជាក្រុមហ៊ុនមួយយើងនាំចូលនៅបច្ចេកវិទ្យាទឹកអនុភាពដែលមានមូលដ្ឋាននៅប្រទេសជប៉ុនហើយខ្ញុំបាទបានពំនាំនៅបច្ចេកវិទ្យានេះសម្រាប់ប្រើប្រាស់ផ្នែកកសិកម្មនៅកម្ពុជាយើងតាំងពីឆ្នាំ2016ហើយជាពិសេសបងខាងក្រុមហ៊ុន EHM គាត់បានយកមកប្រើប្រាស់ក្នុងខែ6ឆ្នាំ2016ដើម្បីពិសោធន៍ទៅលើដើមកូនទុរេន
បាទ
លទ្ធផលពេលហ្នឹងបងនៅចាំបានថាតើវាបានបង្ហាញលទ្ធផលយ៉ាងម៉េចដែរដែលយើងបានប្រាស់ពីពេលនោះ
អរគុណដែលខាងបងច័ន្ទរិទ្ធបាននាំផលិតផលទឹកអនុភាពមកឲ្យខ្ញុំពិសោធន៍គឺជាប្រភេទទឹកអនុភាពមានប្រសិទ្ធភាពខ្ពស់កាលនោះខ្ញុំបានយកទឹកអនុភាពមកធ្វើពិសោធន៍ទៅលើដំណាំទុរេនដែលខ្ញុំដាំដំណាំទុរេននៅក្នុងមរិចនៅក្នុងខេត្តរតនគិរីហើយទុរេនហ្នឹងឥឡូវបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះគឺមានអាយុកាល5ឆ្នាំហើយក្នុងឆ្នាំនេះក៏វាចាប់ផ្ដើមផ្លែបាន70ផ្លែដែរបាទខ្ញុំចង់និយាយអញ្ចឹងណាបាទអញ្ចឹងអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំបានធ្វើពិសោធន៍កាលពីឆ្នាំ2016នោះគឺខ្ញុំពិសោធន៍ទៅលើកូនទុរេនមួយជួរបាទណាកូនទុរេននោះគឺមានន័យថាធម្មតានៅក្នុងរដូវភ្លៀងយើងមិនអាចពូនគល់ដែលដាក់ទៅលើគល់នៃកូនទុរេនតូចនោះទេបើកាលណាយើងពូនគល់នោះវានឹងចាប់ដើមរលួយគល់អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសាកល្បងពូនគល់នៃដើមទុរេនហ្នឹងមកជួរបាទបើសិនជាកាលណាពូនគល់អញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាវាអាលៀកកគល់ងាប់ក៏ងាប់ទៅក្រោមអំពើនៃទឹកអនុភាពក្រោយពេលខ្ញុំពូនហើយគឺក្រោមអំពើនៃទឹកអនុភាពខ្ញុំចាប់ដើមធ្វើការបាញ់ទឹកអនុភាពបាទខ្ញុំធ្វើការបាញ់ទឹកអនុភាពក្រោយពេលដែលខ្ញុំបានបាញ់ទឹកអនុភាពហើយរយៈពេល21ថ្ងៃក្រោយទី1លទ្ធផលនៃស្លឹកទុរេនរបស់យើងអត់កោស្លឹកទេគឺវាអត់ជ្រុះស្លឹកទេធម្មតាកាលណាតែវាជីបរឹសបាទណាកាលណាវាជីបរឹសគឺធ្វើឲ្យស្លឹកទុរេនរបស់យើងគឺចាប់ដើមអីគេកោស្លឹកឬក៏ជ្រុះស្លឹកជាបន្តបន្ទាប់ហើយរហូតដល់ចុងក្រោយគឺអាលួយរឹសអាលួយគល់នឹងកើតមានឡើងដោយសារយើងពូនឲ្យវាជីបបាទមិនត្រឹមតែមិនបានជីបរឹសឬក៏មិនបានធ្វើឲ្យអាលួយរឹសអាលួយគល់នោះទេថែមទាំងធ្វើឲ្យដើមហ្នឹងស្លឹកនៃដើមហ្នឹងគឺមានកម្លាំងគឺស្លឹកដើមហ្នឹងឡើងបាសកញ្ញាងតែម្ដងនោះហើយគឺជាចំណុចនៃការចាប់ផ្ដើមដែលខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍ទៅលើទឹកអនុភាពហើយក៏ខ្ញុំបន្តបន្ទាប់ធ្វើការប្រើប្រាស់ទៅលើទឹកអនុភាពរហូតមកដល់បច្ចុប្បន្ននេះ
បាទអរគុណបងបន្ទាប់ពីការប្រើប្រាស់យើងចាប់ដើមឆ្នាំ2016មករហូតដល់បច្ចុប្បន្ននេះខ្ញុំឃើញថាខ្ញុំចង់ដឹងថាតើខាងកសិសានបងក៏ដូចជាក្រុមហ៊ុនរបស់បងនេះប្រើប្រាស់ទៅលើផ្លែទៅលើស្លឹកហើយនឹងទៅលើពាក់ព័ន្ធជាមួយនឹងសត្វល្អិតតើវាមានប្រសិទ្ធភាពយ៉ាងណាដែរចំពោះការប្រើប្រាស់លើរបស់ផលិតផលនេះ
បាទចំពោះទឹកអនុភាពតាមរយៈការកត់សម្គាល់ពីមួយឆ្នាំទៅមួយឆ្នាំអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំប្រើហ្នឹងទំហំកាន់តែធំទៅទំហំកាន់តែធំទៅដែលខ្ញុំប្រើហ្នឹងទំហំធំទៅដោយសារប្រសិទ្ធភាពនិងគុណភាពនោះដែលទាក់ឲ្យខ្ញុំដែលទាញឲ្យខ្ញុំ ai phở bị rồi đấy đã thua ở khi nhom lung snai chỉ mùi tắc ăn ộp hiệp vậy chẳng hạ bây đôi chia lược nằm can tục ăn ộp hiệp năng khẳng nè cứ miền này thà dương pra tắc ăn ộp hiệp miềnประสิทธิភាពตะลือពិសេសគឺពពួកជំងឺផ្សិតមិនហ្នឹងខ្ញុំនិយាយថាធម្មតាបើសិនជាយើងពូនគល់ជីបគល់ប្រកាសជាធ្វើឲ្យអាលួយឬក៏លួយគល់កើតមានឡើងហើយអញ្ចឹងយើងប្រើប្រាស់ទឹកអនុភាពគឺគ្រប់គ្រងបានមិនឲ្យសបកហ្នឹងអាលួយទេបាទហើយអាហ្នឹងយើងនិយាយរឿងគ្រឿងទៅលើពពួកមេរោគផ្សិតគឺទឹកអនុភាពគឺអាចគ្រប់គ្រងបានសឹងតែ 100% ខ្ញុំមិននិយាយថាប្រមាណភាគរយទេបាទខ្ញុំចង់ជម្រាបជូនអញ្ចឹងគ្រាន់តែថាបងប្អូនជាកសិករលោកអ្នកខ្ញុំប្រើពាក្យលងស្នេហ៍ប្រើទឹកអនុភាពលោកអ្នកនឹងទទួលបានផលប្រយោជន៍យ៉ាងពិតប្រាកដពីទឹកអនុភាពមែនទេពីព្រោះបច្ចេកទេសខ្លះលោកក៏អត់ទាន់ដឹងថាតើទឹកអនុភាពជាអ្វីទេបាទណាអញ្ចឹងថ្ងៃនេះដោយសារបងច័ន្ទរិទ្ធបាទណាគាត់ជាអ្នកតំណាងឲ្យមានន័យថានាំចូលបច្ចេកវិទ្យាដ៏ខ្ពង់ខ្ពស់នៃបែបផែនទឹកអនុភាពពីប្រទេសជប៉ុននេះពីសតតែអ្នកប្រាជ្ញគឺអ្នកវិទ្យាសាស្ត្រជប៉ុននឹងតែម្ដងបាទមិនមែនយើងឃើញទឹកហ្នឹងជួនកាលគេមានការវាយតម្លៃទឹកហ្នឹងសរាវថ្លាមិនដឹងជាស្អីផងបាទយើងចេះថាមានអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាបងប្អូនវិទ្យាកសិករលោកអ្នកប្រើមិនបានដិតដល់ប្រើមិនបានយកចិត្តទុកដាក់អញ្ចឹងលទ្ធផលវានឹងកើតមានផ្សេងក៏ប៉ុន្តែអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំប្រើនេះគឺមានប្រសិទ្ធភាពទៅលើពពួកសត្វល្អិតបាទពពួកសំទោសទៅលើពពួកអីគេពពួករោគផ្សិតបាទរោគផ្សិតគឺមានប្រសិទ្ធភាព 100% ទី1រោគផ្សិតទី2និយាយពីរឿងរោគផ្សិតនៅក្នុងដីមែនទេផ្សិតនៅលើដើមមែនទេហើយមួយទៀតផ្សិតនៅលើស្លឹកមែនទេក្រុមផ្សិតនៅលើសម្បកមែនទេហើយបើកាលណាយើងប្រើវាទៅលើរោគបញ្ហារោគផ្សិតត្រូវបានគ្រប់គ្រងរោគផ្សិតនឹងទាំងអស់ទៅលើដំណាំទុរេនខ្ញុំចង់និយាយថាគ្រប់គ្រងហ្នឹងហាក់បីកាលណាខ្ញុំនិយាយបែបហ្នឹងចាត់ទុកដូចជាអំនួតបន្តិចប៉ុន្តែបើអ្នកមិនបានស្ទាបនៅអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំបានអួតឲ្យបានដិតដល់អ្នកនឹងមិនទទួលបាននៅផលពីអំនួតនោះទេខ្ញុំចង់និយាយអញ្ចឹងណាមែនទេអញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនជាកសិករដែលកំពុងតែឃើញคลิปវីដេអូខ្ញុំនេះសង្ឃឹមថាលោកអ្នកព្យាយាមប្រើទឹកអនុភាពបាទអញ្ចឹងមិញខ្ញុំនិយាយអំពីប្រសិទ្ធភាពទៅលើពពួករោគផ្សិតអញ្ចឹងមានន័យថាផ្សិតនៅក្នុងដីផ្សិតនៅក្នុងដើមផ្សិតនៅលើសម្បកបាទសម្បកនៃផ្លែក៏យើងត្រូវដែរផ្សិតនៅលើស្លឹកក៏យើងត្រូវដែរអញ្ចឹងយើងប្រើមានន័យថាត្រូវបានគ្រប់គ្រងទាំងអស់អញ្ចឹងតួយ៉ាងបើយើងដាំទុរេនតែម្ដងអ្វីដែលបារម្ភខ្លាំងជាងគេគឺផ្សិតនៅក្នុងពេលខណៈពេលដែលផ្លែពេលដែលផ្លែមកដល់ចិត្តទុំហើយស្រាប់តែវាមានទឹកភ្លៀងខ្លាំងសម្បកនៃផ្លែទុរេននោះចាប់ដើមមកលួយអាហ្នឹងគេហៅថាផ្សិតផ្លែនៅលើសម្បកអញ្ចឹងទុរេនយើងមួយផ្លែជួនកាល$4-10មានន័យថាខុសតែបន្តិចតួចយើងត្រូវខាតមួយផ្លែអស់$4-10អញ្ចឹងតួយ៉ាងផ្លែទុរេននៅខាងក្រោយខ្នងខ្ញុំនេះដើមមួយនេះអញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនជាកសិករអង្កេតមើលផ្លែរបស់វាដែលយើងបានប្រើកន្លងមកមែនទេគឺផ្លែរបស់វាគឺស្អាតអត់មានពណ៌អីគេអត់មានផ្សិតស៊ីសបកនឹងវាទៀតទេបាទអត់មានក្រាអត់មានអីទាំងអស់គឺស្អាតតែម្ដងមែនទេអានេះខ្ញុំចង់និយាយថាដោយសារពេលវេលានេះគឺវាអស់ហើយតាមពិតឆ្នាំនេះខ្ញុំប្រមូលផលប្រហែលជាបាន80តោនបាទ80តោនដែរអញ្ចឹងនៅសល់ដើមនេះដោយសារខាងបងនេះគាត់ចង់បានព័ត៌មាននេះក៏បានជម្រាបជូននៅថ្ងៃនេះអាហ្នឹងខ្ញុំនិយាយរឿងផ្សិតដោយឡែកចំពោះពពួកសត្វល្អិតយើងសួរថាតើមានប្រសិទ្ធភាពទៅលើពពួកសត្វល្អិតអត់មែនទេប្រសិទ្ធភាពពពួកទៅលើពពួកសត្វល្អិតតាមការណែនាំរបស់គាត់គឺបញ្ហាដង្កូវកាលណាដង្កូវគឺមានន័យថាវាមានជាតិសំណើមនៅលើស្បែករបស់វាកាលណាយើងបាញ់ទឹកអនុភាពទៅលើវាប៉ះវាគឺទឹកអនុភាពហ្នឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមចាប់យកសំណើមនៅលើស្បែករបស់វាយូរស្ងួតដង្កូវហ្នឹងគឺចាប់ដើមវិវត្តទៅងាប់ដោយស្វ័យប្រវត្តិអញ្ចឹងយើងចង់និយាយថាចំពោះដង្កូវទឹកអនុភាពនេះចូលរួមចំណែកខ្ញុំមិនហ៊ាននិយាយថា 100% ទេតែចូលរួមចំណែកកាត់បន្ថយសត្វដង្កូវកាលណាខ្ញុំប្រើពាក្យអញ្ចឹងចោះអាហ្នឹងចំពោះពពួកដង្កូវដោយឡែកពពួកគុណភាពទៅលើការលូតលាស់ mà đấy cũng là phép từ lừa cả lụt lúa miên này tham miên process tập phép mà đấy bánh tới túp tôi chỉ mua xịt tập liền bán bởi sân chỉ miên là xịt tập liền chúng ta khi miên phải là xịt tập liền pi bay mê máu miên này ta roll sau bỏ dương lang càng nhanh càng nhón chẳng dừng liệt tập bánh về tới cả na xịt tập liền cát miên láng roll từ lừa slack chập đám chủng ngữ tre lừa slack chập đám cát miên láng rồi có cái là chủng ngữ ớt náo nó lừa slack cát miên láng dương pra tắc ăn hộp hiệp từ lừa vía nút bán cướp cồn mà đấy bán cá pì sลักนั้นมันเอาเมียนปะปุจุ่มมือต่างออกนังเตะโดยเฉพาะตักอ่านเพียบเมียนประสิทธิภาพเตลือกาปีปะปุอาซิดตักเพลียงปีใส่เกลืออาซิดตักเพลียงนั้นคือละอครั้งนะมาเนี่ยจังจมปูบองอมจีกะสกอคลาดแต่กอดลูกอะกอดเผยเตลือสวายเพียเชิญอะพลายบอกวิอดจังไหนการนายยังปลาเตคือวิบานกัดบันทอยปะปุอดในเรือสบอสวายหนึ่งบานยังอาจสบอสวายอดในเรือสบอสวายจมวยอาจสบอตะเรนั้นโดยแค่นี้แต่มวยบาดโดยแค่นี้แต่มวยติคือจุ่มงือแต่มวยเบอร์สันเดในเรือสวายแค่ให้แต่จุ่มงืออังตระโนบาดจุ่มงืออังตระโนยังในเรือตะเรนสบอตะเรนโดยแค่นี้ได้พอเจ้าเผอล้างตามสูการจุ่มงืออังตระโนโดยชนะตึกอันหนุเพียบการนาลูกเนี่ยบอมโอมเจกัสก็ปลาวีจบรอบอังตระโนจุ่มงือสัตคือแรงการเมียนอาซิตตะเพลียงแรงการเมียนจังยี่จังมีในท่าวิธีเอาสลักกระบอกวิม้วนวิธีเอาสลักกระบอกวิเข้มเผาปีมุ้ยกระลองมาก็เข้มมันปลาจมูกบอมอมเชกาสกอเนี่ยได้ดังเนี่ยได้ทรอปลาตักอนุภีบได้ตีมุ้ยเกี่ยหาการนายังปลาตักอนุภีบตะลือสลักเนื้อเปรย์สลักอันเป็นไว้มีในท่าสลักตักอนุภีบช่วยยมเผาปีมุ้ยจับปอvà chạ pò nắng này nắng trong sầm đại từ lời dạng mấy cứ thua ở việc bày tong phư rồi lủng cả na bày tong phư rồi lủng cứ việc sốp vô bùn lư pre tật khlang cả na sốp vô bùn lư pre tật khlang à sลักnắng ai thua để xem sốp vô bùn lư pre tật khlang cứ việc phật lật của lôi con nắng căn là khlang tờ miền này đã việc phật lật à ha ao tận nằm nắng căn là khlang tờ được cho nên dùng pra tật ăn hiệp tới miền này thà chui chạ pò từ lừa sลักระบอกวิดำใบอ้อยสรุปโยทำมาปุ่นละครั้งไอ้เธอเรียกสมัยสมโยกันละครั้งมาเนี่ยจังอย่างจังนะให้ประสิทธิภาพวิมุยติดตักอันพิบเมียนประสิทธิภาพปูแต่ยังสมควรแต่มันเงี้ยเมียนผลิตภัณฑ์เกษตรกรรมนะเฮียนบังเนเปได้ใส่ตอนพิบก็ได้เลยตักอันพิบนี้ยังตรการบังเนเปได้ใส่ตอนพิบกันแต่ก็ได้ประสิทธิภาพกันแต่กปูปีม้วนขยมก็ละอาเลยขนมกาปลาได้แต่ยังปลาอยู่เถอะมีในได้กันหนักครั้งปรสิตพิบกันหนักครั้งบ่ามีในทับบันเตอร์สลักบุพลื้อลงแต่ไม่ดองแต่แบบผลิตภัณฑ์เกษตรกรรมเสียเจ็ดได้กี่มีเฮียนทับบันได้ครั้งใส่ตอนพิบกลมปงแต่ก็ได้มาเนี่ยบ่าให้มีในทับบันเตอร์ทนำนั่งก็ได้ลมมคลาวสลักอ่อนลิงบ่าเนี่ยจังตักอันพิบไปชราปีเกประสิทธิภาพวิกปูบ่าจังจุ่มเรียบจูนจังจุ่มปูบองอมเจกัสก็ดัดบ้านแต่ตัวคลิปวิดีโอเข้มในหายสมบองเมตาตามด่านเป็นแต่ปลาตักอันพิบน้องต่อแต่ตามด่านขยมระยะเป็นบุญชน้ำเนี่ยบ้านเข้มลงสนายกันแต่ครั้งแต่เหลือตักอันพิบยังเผยปีลงสนายแต่มาดองมาเนี่ยโดยใช้ให้ในเยี่ยมปีประสิทธิภาพแต่เหลือกีมีบ่าจุนก้ายืนทอมาดายืนใจแต่เมียนเผยนำสำหรับสัตว์ไอเซไงบ่าเนี่ยจังมีในท่าเพื่อยืนบันเวทร์รู้จิตระบบวิในขนมสัตว์นี้บ่าเนี่ยทอมได้การยืนปลาทนำกะสกรรมเซเตอรู้จิตระบบวิอัศจรรย์ดีแต่ในเพื่อน่าได้ยืนปลาตักอันพิบเวทร์รู้จิตทอมจิตระบบวิช่วยงานในดอกได้อดเป็นการปลายโปรอะไรต่างๆจังมีในท่าเวียบบ้านช่วยกำจัดปปูสาธิตมันล้อได้ยืนปลาแต่เลวีบ่าเนี่ยยำจังใหญ่จังนะจังแต่เรนระบบยำกระลองเมาส์มีในท่าช่วยงั้นหายบองอมเจกัสก็เรียงรอชนามนี้คือเกโจลเมาส์จุนก้าขนมมังไงมาโรยลานเกิดมาล้านขนมมาล้านนั่นขณีบุญเนี่ยมีในท่ามังไงเกโจลมาจากกาเขียมปลาให้จิเมียนบุญโรยบุญโรยเนี่ยสมัยหมอติงแต่เรนยมหบได้ซารู้จิตงั้นมาเนี่ยยำจังใหญ่จังยังรัฐพลในตักอันพิบจีจำในมวยดอดทุ่มในขนมวิสัยกสิกรรมตะเลือปป้อนจีทอมจิตอีเอ็มบอกขยม mà đấy chẳng miền tắc ăn ở phía miền này thaพอดำน้ำบ่ยังลางกระปูบ้านนั้นการพอกระปูรู้จิตงานยังจังจะมาเรียบจูนจังบ่บองคางนั้นเวียนสำนวนไอ้จังสู้ปะตอที่มันเจอจ้ะป่ะ
cái nhom còn là trong bậc hai tích đam mê rồi bong ôn chia cả score dưới vô đăng bậc hai mầm pi tất ăn được phiệt ní và tất ăn được phiệt níปัจจุบันนี้คือตระบานปราประในบรรดาประเทศจีนในเรือพิภพโลกเชื่อเส้นในประเทศญี่ปุ่นhayในประเทศจีนประเทศเวียดนามอินเดียhayสหรัฐสหกรมอาหรับvà ở đây điที่họ đối vớiในประเทศเวียดนามhayในประเทศจีนคือรัฐบาลคือมีการตัวตัวสกอลให้รัฐบาลคือบ้านมีการดอนในอุปถัมภ์ทุนมาจำนวนดอกกะสกอคือที่ดำไปจุ่มรุ่งเรือการปราบปรามเรือผลิตพอตึกอนุพิบนี่vàให้ปัญหาสำคัญเอาไว้ได้คือตัวสกอลตัวเรือคุณภาพในตึกอนุพิบโดยซาแต่ตามการพิสูจน์ยังมีเอกสารสาวชื่อกรุนเนื้อเป็ดได้ยังตัวใบเชียดำน้ำหรือบองโอนได้ปราบปรามสารที่กีมีหรือมวยก็กีมีสวัสดิภาพก็ได้หรือมวยก็จะเรียงก็ได้เนื้อเป็ดได้ยังปราบปรามตึกอนุพิบนี่เวียดเพื่อเอากัดบันทอยเหมือนกัดบันทอยหาเกี่ยวกับดอกเนื้อสาธิตเกี่ยวกับสาธิตกีมีขนมเปสติไซด์นั้น60 มวยประเภทได้เมียนของน้องคือยังบานทัวร์พิซซ่าไทยคือเมาเชียสโรโดยสารกับตาต้องให้เติบเพื่อเอาบรรดาประเทศมวยจำนวนนั้นคือบานซิงเนอร์ไปใจเชียปีประเทศญี่ปุ่นมาปราบปรามบานเราโหดสับไงนี่ให้ดิบอมเมียนภาษาเหมือนจังทาให้ได้บานเชียเทรนิชงันบานเทรนิชงันคือโดยสารแต่ตึกอนุภาพนี้คือสาธิตบอกเวียนี่คือเวียเมียนรูเมียนเกี่ยวกับอิเล็กตรอนจันทร์บ่าเวียเมียนไฮโดรเจนอียง
บ่า
อิโดรไซอียงให้น้ำโพแทสเซียมอียง
บ่า
จังหาสาธิตอียงเนาะนั่งเนื้อเป็ดได้กวาดปราบปรามสไลด์ตะเลไฟเชอร์สไลด์ตะเลดำก็โดยเชียเนื้อเป็ดได้ยังสไลด์ตะเลกุลจังวิทย์เพื่อเอาเมียนปฏิกรรมอียงในขนมตักได้จรันในขนมได้นักจรันเพื่อเอาได้เยอะนึงเมียนคุณภาพหล่อได้วิอาบรรจุเนื้อเกี่ยวกับมินเนอรัลสารที่ไรกรบประเภทนั้นกรบคร้อนเตยจิงจำเลยแต่เลือกไป
บ่า
ให้มวยวิจิตรขยมสมบัติไทยมันเตะตรงจมูกนังกาปราบปรามแต่เลือกตึกอนุพิบนี่เนื้อเป็ดได้ยังบังแต่เลือกเกี่ยวกับสัตว์ละที่ห่อสัตว์กระจายสัตว์ได้จิตตู้ตื้อเนื้อเลือกขนองในสัตว์นั่นคือวิเมียนสารเจ็ดเปร่งจังเนื้อเป็ดได้ยังบังตึกอนุพิบนี่ตื้อตึกอนุพิบนี่คือมีอิทธิพลของกาเกี่ยวกับบ่มใบเกี่ยวกับ่มใบในสารเจ็ดเปร่งปีเรือแต่เลือกขนองในสัตว์ละนั่งเป็ดได้บ่มใบในสารเจ็ดเปร่งนั่งคือไอสัตว์นั่งคลายจังวิไอรถจริง
บ่าแจกสไลด์เผยแต่วิคืนจังแมนเผยแต่วิคืนการกัดบันทอยบานเจริญบานมีในท่าโดยกอดบานเป็นแจกจังกับปัดเบียชี้จำหน่ายมุ้ยได้เข้มจังใหญ่ท่าชี้จำหน่ายมุ้ยได้เข้มปีศาจtớiได้เข้มอันวอดtớiได้เข้มปลาอย่าเป็นบุญชนะเมาเปคลาปปุสัตว์อัดคลาทนำคลาบันปีใบดองคืออัดเจงดีก็เป็นแต่ได้ใช้ยังปลาตักอันอภิบนี่tớiมีในทวิจิจำหน่ายมุ้ยโจรุ่มทัวไอสัตว์ออกนั้นอ่ะคือเวียคล้ายด้วยกับเวียจกซอยบอกเวียได้จังเราไปยังปลาทนำเซมหมtớiคือตะบัดออกtớiมันนะจังทิศปัดใหญ่รวมtớiปัจจุบันนี้คือขยมบานปลาตักอันอภิบจรันก็เป็นแต่สมัยบอมโอนเนี่ยได้บอมโอนมีเชิกสกอร์มวยจำนวนหรือก็เนี่ยได้ศึกษาสายชิวลูกอัดตอนดังอมปีตักอันอภิบจังสมเมตาโจร่วมมาในโครงการสายเฉียวอมปีตึกประสิทธิภาพในตึกอนุภาพบ้าเข้มจ้องบัญชีบันทายเหมือนติเตียจะตู้เต๋อสมัยไอกษาใบปิเจซาขยมปัจจุบันนี้เข้มปลาตึกอนุภาพนั่นคือมีระยะเป็นบุญชนะแมนแต่ใบไอกษาแหลกหนาปิเจซาบองจันรัดกอดาจะปนกิสายเฉียวเนี่ยปิเจซาจะปนนั่งกิสายเฉียวโหดดอลมาพายชนะไม่จังจำปูบองโอนได้เนี่ยได้ปลาผลิตภัณฑ์ได้จังสายเฉียวนู้คือกอดนั่งจำเรียบจูนไปท่าลูกบ้านดังจะมวยคางจะปนคางเนี่ยวิจิตรจะปนแบบไม่นั่งสมเป็นต่อเป็นชีอัมพีไอกษานั่งแต่บ่า
โอเคจำส้มจำเรียบบองโอนท่าแปะปอนจะมวยตึกอันตะเบียบนี้มันแม้นเชื่อเรื่องทำไมสำหรับในญี่ปุ่นเตะบ่ามันแม้นเชื่อเรื่องทำไมได้เติบแต่การขนมยาเปประมาณชนะนี้เตะกับปัดประวัติในตึกนี้คือยังมีประวัติ60 ชนะใหม่ในเตะญี่ปุ่นบ้านในทางเก็บปลาดำบง ទៅលើលក្ខណៈនៃការប្រើប្រាស់លើការផឹកទៅលើការផ្នែកមួយចំនួនទៀតទៅលើខាងវិស័យសុខាភិបាលក៏ប៉ុន្តែការវិវត្តបច្ចេកវិទ្យាពីប្រទេសជប៉ុនហ្នឹងពីដំបូងគឺការធ្វើម៉ាស៊ីនដែលដើម្បីផលិតនៅទឹកនេះគឺមានទំហំធំណាស់ដើម្បីផលិតឲ្យបានបរិមាណដូចបច្ចុប្បន្នហ្នឹងគឺត្រូវការប្រហែលជា4ម៉ែត្រ4ជ្រុងត្រូវមកបន្ទប់មួយដាក់តែម៉ាស៊ីននឹងមួយទេប៉ុន្តែបច្ចុប្បន្នហ្នឹងគឺខាងក្រុមហ៊ុនជប៉ុនគឺបានធ្វើ compress បាទ compress នៃម៉ាស៊ីនហ្នឹងគឺមាន
គឺបង្រួមទូចមកបង្រួមទូចបាទ
ដែលយើងអាចមួយជាមួយបកទេ
បាទ
ក៏ប៉ុន្តែប្រសិទ្ធភាពនៃការផលិតគឺបានដូចគ្នា
បាទ
ហើយតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងឯកសារដែលបងមានប្រសាសន៍មិញហ្នឹងការពិតយើងមានឯកសារស្រាវជ្រាវហើយបានជា public ជាសាធារណៈ
បាទ
យើងមានឯកសារហ្នឹងយូរណាស់ហើយតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងគេហៅក្នុងចំណងជើងនៃសិភៅហ្នឹងគឺតាក់ទងគេនិយាយថាបដិវត្តឧស្សាហកម្មពិភពលោកបានន័យថាពិភពលោកបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះគឺយើងទាមទារឲ្យយើងគេហៅថាដោយសារកត្តាដីនៅគ្រប់តំបន់អស់ destroy បានដោយសារតែធ្វើឲ្យការខូចខាតដោយសារជាតិគីមីអញ្ចឹងការប្រើប្រាស់ទឹកអនុភាពនេះវាជួយធ្វើឲ្យប្រភេទដីហ្នឹងគឺល្អឡើងវិញ
មានន័យថាមានធ្វើឲ្យដីហ្នឹងមានជីវិតឡើងវិញបាទមានជីវិតនៅក្នុងការដាំដុះ
បាទឯកសារអស់នេះគឺយើងបានបោះពុម្ពបាទបោះពុម្ពយូរឆ្នាំហើយឯកសារនៅក្នុងដៃខ្ញុំមានបាទហើយអ្នកវិទ្យាសាស្ត្រដែលខ្ញុំបានជួបគាត់ផ្ទាល់ដែលគាត់ជាអ្នកបង្កើតនៃសិភៅនៃបង្កើតនៃផលិតផលនេះគឺគាត់បានសិក្សាចូល20ឆ្នាំហើយ
អូខេបាទអរគុណច្រើនបាទបានចំណុចអញ្ចឹង
ម៉ាស៊ីនដែលកំពុងតែប្រើបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះនៅប្រទេសជប៉ុននៅក្នុងមន្ទីរផ្សេងហ្នឹងគឺគេប្រើជាង10ឆ្នាំមុនហើយ
អូខេ
បាទ
អញ្ចឹងមានន័យថានិយាយរួមទឹកអនុភាពនេះសម្រាប់រដ្ឋាភិបាលនៃប្រទេសជប៉ុនលោកបានទទួលស្គាល់ហើយនៅ
ជាទូទៅចង់និយាយថានៅប្រទេសជប៉ុននេះគឺយើងមាននាយកដ្ឋានមួយនាយកដ្ឋានតាក់ទងការគ្រប់គ្រងលើផលិតផលហ្នឹង
បាទ
ន័យថាផលិតផលនេះមិនមែនជាផលិតផលអ្វីដែលថ្មីសម្រាប់ប្រទេសជប៉ុនទេបាទន័យថាវាជាផលិតផលចាស់អានេះវាថាទឹកនេះគឺប្រៀបធៀបដូចជាទឹកធម្មតាអញ្ចឹង
បាទ
ក៏ប៉ុន្តែគ្រាន់តែអ្វីដែលវាថ្មីគឺទឹកនេះគឺបង្កើននៅធម្មពលសម្រាប់ពីដើមសម្រាប់មនុស្សប៉ុន្តែបច្ចុប្បន្នគឺមានផលប្រយោជន៍សម្រាប់កសិកម្មហេតុអីបានជាក្រុមហ៊ុននេះអាចប្រើប្រាស់ទឹកនេះសម្រាប់កសិកម្មដោយសារតែគុណភាពនៃទឹកនេះគឺយើងគេហៅថាអត់មាន content ជាមួយនឹងសារធាតុអំបិលទេ
មានន័យថាมันមានលាយឡំជាមួយនឹងសារធាតុអំបិលมันលាយឡំ
បាទទៅដើម្បីផលិតទឹកនេះបានក្រុមហ៊ុនផ្សេងគាត់ប្រើប្រាស់នៅសារធាតុអំបិលអាច 2% 8% ឬ 15% អញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលគាត់ផលិតអញ្ចឹងយើងអាចគាត់អាចយកទៅប្រើប្រាស់ជាទឹកសម្រាប់ផឹកបានក៏ប៉ុន្តែគាត់មិនអាចប្រើប្រាស់លើកសិកម្មទេ
អូខេមានន័យថា
តែទឹកយើងនេះផលិតអ្វីដែលជាលក្ខណៈបច្ចេកទេសដែលអាចទទួលបានលំដាប់លេខ1ក្នុងពិភពលោកនេះបានន័យថាទឹកហ្នឹងគឺអត់មានសូយ៉ូមអត់មានសារជាតិអំបិល
ចង់និយាយថាអត់មានពេលយើងប្រើឲ្យអត់មានសល់សំណល់សាររ៉ាឌីកាល់អំបិលទេបាទ
ហើយលក្ខណៈពិសេសមួយទៀតទឹកនេះគឺយើងអាចទុកបានរយៈពេល3ឆ្នាំ
បាទទឹកអាចទុកបានរយៈពេល3ឆ្នាំ
បាទអានេះគឺសំខាន់ផុត
អូខេអញ្ចឹងចង់ជម្រាបជូនដល់បងប្អូនជាកសិករត្រឡប់មកវិញបាទបើសិនជាបងប្អូនជាកសិករអ្នកដែលសិក្សាស្រាវជ្រាវមួយចំនួនបាទដែលគេហៅថាកសិករខ្លះបែបលក្ខណៈវិទ្យាសាស្ត្រត្រូវការឯកសារពីទឹកអនុភាពនេះបាទអញ្ចឹងអាចទំនាក់ទំនងជាមួយខាងបងច័ន្ទរិទ្ធបាទដើម្បីសាកសួរបន្ថែមទៀតអំពីឯកសារឬក៏មានពេលណាមួយអ្នកវិទ្យាសាស្ត្រជប៉ុនគាត់អញ្ជើញមកដល់បាទអញ្ជើញមកដល់ហើយហើយបើសិនជាបងជាកសិករមួយចំនួនដែលចង់សិក្សាស្វែងយល់សាកសួរគាត់ផ្ទាល់ប្រហែលជានឹងអាចមានវត្តមានមួយគាត់បាទអញ្ចឹងណា
បាទខ្ញុំស្វាគមន៍
បាទអញ្ចឹងអរគុណច្រើនបាទអរគុណច្រើនម្ដងបាទជម្រាបលា